AI and the future of work?
One of the big ones is AI, artificial intelligence. So there's going to be some places where the AI does a better job at doing something and they will hire less people. That, of course, has happened a little bit and will happen more. When there's a self-driving car, then you will not need drivers to do that. So in today's emerging technology, we're going to talk about whether or not AI can take your job and what you could do to compete against it. Today, my producer's helping me. She doesn't have a job where she goes someplace and gets paid to be there. She works for me. She gets things done and she gets paid, and very flexible on hours and able to work anywhere at any time of your choosing. And that's what the gig economy is all about. AI is replacing a lot of the work that we do. Oh, one more thing. Wouldn't you be happy if the AI takes away the drudgery of what you're doing and you're able to spend time on more important skills? Certainly, if you work in a company town and there's a big factory and everybody works for the same factory or coal mine or whatever, it's going to be disruptive way beyond you need to find something new to do. You might have to move, but there are always options that you can do, especially today when everything's online. So let me get into some of the specifics. Here's some of the skills I came up with. I got a list of a few. First is human connection. If you have people and you get along with people, not only do you get the best career opportunities, but you have an enjoyable time doing it, and you're doing work that the computers right now just can't do. Sure, they're making AIs that can be a companion or even a therapist, uh, even attorney can be. I've seen scenarios where they'll be replaced, but what they can't do is the human connection and the doctor who actually physically touches the patient and examines them and is there. And along with that is emotional intelligence. Yeah, is something worth studying. I study behavior psychology because, or in behavioral economics, because it's where people do things regardless of what's rational. And so studying that is always going to be good for you. And try it out. Do some tests. Try spending more time talking to your coworkers and not talking, listening to your coworkers and on a subject other than what did you watch on television yesterday, and something where you can really bond and learn something, and you'll find out that you're better liked in whatever career you're doing. The next thing I'm going to talk about is problem solving. Right now, if you give defined questions to an AI, it can operate along with somebody that has a master's degree or even a doctorate in things like engineering and high level math, and even the kind of tests that you would take to get into college or postgraduate. And you do very well at that. In science, the AIs can already figure out more chemical combinations than we've ever dreamed of and put them through tests, and they do a lot of things that can, but what to do is still left up to the humans. So in the case of the scientists, they're getting more done, but they're not having to do it themselves. They've got a machine that's helping them solve some of those problems. The machines won't get together and say, hey, here's where we're taking science next. There's got to be humans coming out with that. And again, to individualize it and work with other humans is something that's a skill that's going to stick around. Even if it means that sometimes you're working with the AI, you're not competing with it and it's not taking over. But something has to be the emotional, intelligent human being that wants something. If you don't want anything, if you're going to your job because I've got to have a job because it's going to pay the bills, start looking at where you want to work, what you would be doing if you didn't need a job. And that's a possibility too. We may reach a point where so much of the stuff we call work today is being handled by the robots and AI and automation systems that we go on and do whatever we want to do. What would you be doing if you were in that position? Think about that, and you will think of a couple of things. I've done this right now. You can arrange your life so that you go and get a job in a different place, or a job that's online, and then go to a different place, and you can experience life. If you figure out a way to have enough income to cover paying your bills, then yeah, you can basically choose to go anywhere and do anything you want today. Now let's talk about what would you do if you didn't need to worry about that job, and what else would you be doing? You might be playing music. You might be helping other people. There's a lot of people. There's people who are sick and are tied down to a bed. There are people that are tied down to their house. There's children that don't have enough time with parents that need more attention. All of those people could use some more help, some compassion. If that's what you want to do, go and do that. And if there's something else you want to see built in your community, you can work on that. And the many things that you can do that may or may not involve the automation at all, but also how can you take the things you learn about how AI works and how to work with robots, whatever, and apply that to whatever thing is out there? Because literally everything, every job, every occupation, every career, every type of business is going to be affected by these technologies that are coming. Remember, AI could, it's all feasible, how AI could take over, wipe out the entire human race. And then what would it do? It's here to serve us, not the other way around. And I don't mean serve like it's our slave, serve like it wants, like when you're a servant and you want to help other people. And AI will join with you and help you in all those things. That's why we need you, all the good people, to learn about technologies and be ready to either eliminate their job or have a better job and have a better life, and then use that time to help other people have a better life too. And I hope you'll continue with me and subscribe the video, share it with some friends, somebody who's worried about losing their job to AI.